Whoa. It's the illusion. Yeah, this is Spaceship Earth today. Spring. First real day of spring. It's beautiful. Flowers are out. Sky is clear. Still snow on the peaks. And yeah, it's no joke, man. The mountains don't care. And yet our human condition is to care, right? We care about our family, our friends, our loved ones, our communities. We care about the trees and the flowers and the birds and the bees. We do care. And that is the predicament, right? That is the predicament. You wouldn't have to care if you didn't see the darkness too, right? If there was no darkness, there would be no reason to worry. And that is kind of what caring is, right? Like, we care about people, we care about this life, we care about ourselves. It's funny, I had this young man who's been calling me for a while and talking him through his early 20s, right? He's kind of your standard issue 20-something nowadays, broken family, father's whatever, stepfather's super uptight, mom's checked out, living in this world. He called me up. He's like, I heard your video about this spiritual castration. Spiritual castration. Yeah, it's a real problem. That's a real problem. But it's the flip side of the spiritual castration is you don't really have to care, right? None of it really has any meaning. It's all abstract algorithm. I listen to a lot of stuff. Get a lot of different data points coming across my screen. And it seems to be it's all about the balance, right? Somewhere being fully immersed in this thing, like actively participating in it and fully detached from it at the same time, right? Because we know this is artificial. This is, as much as it's natural, it's a total construct of our absorption of electromagnetic energy. If we could see an infrared, we would see something totally different. Ultraviolet, we would see something totally different. If we could see all the microwaves and the radio waves, we would see something totally different, right? It wouldn't look like this. All these flowers out here are communicating to various insects. Come on in for a landing. Get the nectar, dude. Pollinate me. So I don't know, these flowers all look different if you're a butterfly or a bee or whatever you are. And I think about that sometimes. I think about what it is I'm not seeing. Owl and I have been using our night vision goggles a lot out in the front yard to see it's daylight when you've got those on, which is such a fascinating thing. The darker it gets, the better they work, right? And I think that's kind of somewhere where that balance is occurring, is the understanding that we're just getting such a teeny amount of information. And yet, we run wild with that limited amount of information. And I suppose that's where that kind of the fallen state of man is. That's where God comes into play, the discernment, right? Kind of take it in stride, trust, have faith. It's hard, man. It's hard because you got to get up every day and you have to do your very best to maximize it, right? I was laying there this morning and I was like, dude, you only have so many minutes in this life, only so many seconds. And yet within a brief second, it's infinite, because there is one who has all power. That one is God. May you find him now. And I think that's what, it's such that weird trying to find the balance, the balance between the infinite and the finite. That's the real study, right? I've been tripping a lot lately just about what is it? And I'm not expecting an answer. Though I know what it is. It's God, right? It's God through my limited ability to perceive the infinite. Right? Isn't that the rub? Right in front of us is the infinite. Right here is the infinite reality. And yet we're trying to understand that with finite abilities to perceive, right? We're only using 10% of our brain if we're lucky, if we're fully hyped up and maximized. We're only using this much of the visible spectrum of light. We're only hearing just a little bit of the sound. Oh, what a dog must hear, right? What a cat must see, what a bird must feel. So yeah, it's uncomfortable. And then the weight of the body, the gravity, if that's even real, if the gravity's even real, or is that just the heaviness of it all? And then at the same time, light as a bird, free as a bird. I'm free as a bird. I don't know. Sometimes I feel like the weight of a stone. I know I'm not the only one experiencing this is the blessing and the curse of living, of living, of not being asleep, of not having checked out, of not sitting in front of the screen time, out trying to smell the flowers, looking at like knowing that these blooms are only going to be here for a teeny bit, and then they're all going to be evaporated, vaporized in the heat, right? Peak bloom, right? Peak bloom. Peak oil, peak water, right? It's infinite, and yet it's only here for a second. I know it to be true, and it's hard to believe. And then you sit and you toil as just a human being sometimes, and you toil more in your mind than in actuality. The real labor is in here, trying to connect to here and here, and that's the real challenge. So I guess what I'm trying to say is, if you're out in the nature, and you're struggling to make sense of it all because we live in this construct, the grid. I mean, it's right there. I mean, look, there it is. There's the grid right there. The poles, the wires, the pavement. It is. It's difficult, man. It is a difficult thing. So I guess the reason I'm making this video is just not even trying to explain it, just trying to acknowledge that it is this, whatever this is. I think the thing that gives me comfort now is knowing that the mountains don't care. That they have absolutely no opinion or feeling about me one way or the other. And because of that, and knowing that God loves me in the same context, right? In that same fabric of this. And then and then you cross over and realize that this is the love, right? That if it was coddling me or babying me or making it easier for me, that wouldn't be loving. And I think, I think that's where we're at the crossroads of humanity is it's not about, raising children. You see that at certain times, the softer you are, the more damage you're doing. And then at other times, you got to figure out when to be soft. It's very, it's ridiculous. Anyway, dude, I don't know, man. Links down below. Get some Mountains Don't Care t-shirt, dude. Look at that right there. Look at that right there. Look at that. Look at that. Be free as a bird. Use the name tags. It's okay. Just know it's okay. It is all gonna be okay. Anyway, this is the Illusion signing off from beautiful spaceship Earth. I'll just give the camera, give it to you for a minute.